We did a previous video on this right here. This is that barbecue pit frame. And one of my viewers, he said the best thing, use it for a miter saw. So there it is. There's my miter saw right there, it's Delta. And we are going to be, Kira actually is going to be finishing it up. She's been taking it apart. So when she gets this completely apart, we've got a board to go in it here. We've got another one over here. There was a door in an RV. It's all 3/8 plywood. We're going to put a bottom deck, pull that mesh out of the middle and put a top deck on it. All this will come out. There's some boards for strengthening it down there. And she's going to be working on that. Over here sets a really nice project. And I want you to look at here, Allegro by Zenith. Now, stay tuned. It's gonna be cool. You've never seen this done. I'll show you a video of that here soon. Over here, we've got, now I'm running you through my projects right quick and giving her a chance to finish that up. I have a motor that is a very special motor, a little Lifan right there. So it's CPE, Champion Equipment also makes them. And it's going to be going on a bicycle. So I got a brand new bicycle we're going to put this on, and it's going to be rigged up kind of nice. And I'm even, dare I say, looking at putting propane to it, so it can have a pair of 1-pound cylinders and run it on propane. So sitting in here, I have its clutch, and this is a lower RPM. I have its rag joint, its gears, and I have all the different miscellaneous parts, including a thumb drive accelerator. So we're going to do that, and even this Honda. This is a Honda intake that mounts on that to go onto this, so that it's going to look good. We're going to have the gas tank up higher. Good job on it. And we're going to pipe that muffler to make it very quiet. Here's a problem I got over here. Now, a lot of you guys have been watching my videos, and y'all saw me put together this engine, all these parts, lay them out, and this, well, not this one, a PMA like this one. Now, my problem is that I completely build all of my stuff with these Thermodyne PMAs. That's a permanent magnet alternator. Only Thermodyne has the solid angled core, and it is a badass generator. I'm gonna put links to all these parts. I might do a page like in Amazon and put all the parts in it that I can. The rest will be, just look down below the video. You'll see a whole bunch of this, what I'm building with. You can check it all out. So I can't do this project and do this project and do that project, work on 4 vehicles and 5 motorhomes, which I've got out in the field here, consistently without some help. So I'm turning this one over to this guy here. He's 12 years old, but he knows what the hell he's doing. He helps me build turbines.
Okay, so my dad finally released the project to me because I'm tired of waiting on him. So I got this that I'm going to mount the engine in. This is, believe it or not, a couch frame from Winnebago Lasaro. It had small couches on both sides that folded out. Well, we have this one. There's one over there too. I'm going to be riveting the fan to the pulley, and then that will go on the PMA. I also have this clutch for the PMA and all that. This runs to the engine to the PMA for the pulley.
Okay. And then he's got other ones in here. He's got a large idler that he set up, or a small idler, one of the two, so that he can actually, using the springs that he's salvaging out of there, make a tensioner to disengage and engage the alternator.
Okay, so we will be using all these parts. Make sure to go look in the description for links to all this stuff.
Look at the size of these big. I've got a bunch of these. These are huge 300 amp. And when you're working, if you're working with a Thermodyne, you need 300 amp. If you're working with those other ones that look like little shiny kind of copies of that one, you don't want these. I mean, you can use, like, you can just use a bread tie. So we manufacture. Here, let me show you this, guys. I want y'all to follow my video here. You see that? That's me. That's what I do. I don't sell wind turbines. I buy parts, I build, and I install. So I'm just an installer, but I did design right there Olympic Power Controls, this diversion load controller. And it works with SSRs. I worked with Jeff Mason on designing these. And we have these that we install, and we have a standard preset version that we also install. If you need a diversion load controller, we're going to be doing videos on 2 stages. That's using a solid point and an adjustable, so that your wind turbines can be totally controlled and manipulated without any damage. Secondary is a shutdown timer board. We've requested a specific type. I've had a different program put in, so instead of a 555 timer, we changed it to an L717 timer, which is a offshoot of another timer for a cooling fan for a board, so you won't see very many of these. I've got a bunch, and we have an engine hour meter. So he's going to be working on this based on my drawings, and he's also adapted like that, different things. So that PMA is not going to go on a wind turbine. Okay, so right now, when she gets this finally finished, which she is doing now, we're going to show you how we're going to build this into one of the viewers. And you look down at the bottom of the video, I'm going to put another notation to him, what he suggested I do, which was a brilliant idea. Because the older I get, the less I like leaning over and cutting on one of those. And I don't want to put them on a table. I want something that I can use for it. Outside. Roll it out, cut, bring it back. So that's what we've got here. This old barbecue pit frame is going to turn into a pretty nice little unit. All right, guys, what we've done is we've gone ahead and cut the piece of plywood, 1/2-inch plywood, to kind of match the design of this. I guess you call it a table surface or whatever, just using a standard jigsaw. This is one of those little Black & Deckers. They're really good. So we're going to be taking these 1x2s and attaching them underneath using a staple gun and screws, and we're going to attach them to the pipes down here the same way. The best way that you can do this is make sure that you're square. You'll run them on the bottom, and then we're going to shoot staples in to pin them in real nice, and then I will pre-drill and shoot screws in, some metal tapping screws in to the pipes to make this more rigid and a lot stiffer. Get that part put on, and then I'll give you a good view of everything as it's mounted in there, and you'll see how this makes into a really nice work table. So that saw is going to fit on there extremely well. We'll be able to put screws in it and roll it back in underneath the building, keep it safe, put a bag on it to protect it. That's what we're working on right now, and not too bad. And it's pretty stout. I mean, you got to think, the pit on it weighed about 150 pounds. This isn't going to cause it any grief. All right, so let's get that on there, and I'll show you the next step. The kids went ahead and done the work on it.
All right, guys. Me and Daniel built this from a barbecue pit frame, and he's going to show you how to use it.
Okay, so don't you know how you're always going to sawdust and stuff on your floor? Well, me and Kira decided that we wanted to fix that. So instead of having the bag here that just fills up and blows off and gets all over the floor, we got this. We took a hose clamp in this piece of hose, put that on there, then got this fitting and put it on there as well, and we built it to where to hold a tote in the bottom to catch all of the sawdust except the stuff up here. Show you how that works.
Pretty handy, ain't it? That was their idea. We were going to have some type of a hose on it, but look how simple that came out. Worked perfect. This is the finished project. What do you think? Y'all saw it? Teach kids how to build stuff, man. Learn a lot from it. Y'all be good.